tune, that's okay. So we're here to talk about master amps as well as the guitar and the effects. You can see the effects on the telly there before we switch over to
basically one's kind of barking at you, and one's basically unhappy face, and the other one's happy face, EQ-wise. So yeah, it's quite scooped out. Because on its own, the kind of preamp and the thing in this diesel, the mid-range is actually really good on the VH4. So for a while I was running it, I set it up the way it sounds good on its own. It just sounded like shit with the other one together. So yeah, it sounds mega scooped.
Coldplay, bizarrely, but they are quite big, so fair enough. So should we just go through some of the sounds and please explain which pedals you're using for what, and then play a little bit for each one? Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, initially, thanks Softy, it kind of makes up for long lead length, because I'm not keen on wireless systems at all. In fact, I hate them. And I have to have a kind of like a 20-meter cable. Is it 20-meter cable?
Back in Black, so it's a sound that everybody knows, and this is what it sounds like. So there's different characters from the TS9 and from the Schaefer. The Schaefer has the preamp in the wire. Devi, I'm sorry, I've written Demi, so that was incorrect. It's got two different types of fuzzes in it that this guy makes. One's called the Torn Speaker, and the other one's called the Sodomizer. So let's not do the second one. So just give us an idea of what that sounds like, please, Dan. That's not it yet.
More of a special effect, really. That's the hand-wired version. If you can hear it. Yeah. So it's all, yeah, really simple. Front end delay. One thing we haven't done is the chug sound. So when the chug sound is activated, that is a TS9, and that goes on in front of the 59 clean, and it's actually in front of the diesel as well, in front of the VH4, because I mean these tube screamers are just amazing. You know, there's so much variation in the different models, and they always make things sound better, I think anyway. So let's listen to that, shall we? So that's what that does. It kind of tightens up the bottom end and just gives it a... Write songs, we kind of change the key so that it fits Justin's voice. So we'll move it, so every one of our songs we go through to find the best key. And so it ends up with me playing in weird places and with weird tunings and sometimes with capos. But yeah, I thought I'd put the capo on because I want to demonstrate how nice a Marshall can sound. I know it's mega loud, but in perspective, when there's a band playing, it all makes sense, I think. But they are lovely, clean amps as well. They clean right up, as I shall demonstrate. So they're very versatile amps. You know, they are mega loud, but the whole point is you kind of have to ride the volume on your guitar all the time to get it into the sweet spot, which is something I'm on there, customized.
Cool, well I think as the man said, our time is up. So if you just please, a round of applause for Dan from the darkness. We'll take the capo off and give it a bit of rock and roll, a bit more. Just, I know you haven't spotted it.
Yeah, there should be some people who can actually play really good lead guitar coming up after this. The Marshall demonstrator, Simon, isn't it? Steve Smith. He'll be on later. Also, you're Simon, aren't you? Whatever. Cheers, thanks.
Dan's going to be on the Marshall stand for most of the afternoon, so one more ear bleeding, then we'll reset the room and Dan will see you on the Marshall stand in about an hour or so. Thank you!
Yeah, of course, you know.